So I decided that I wanted some salmon croquette. I saw this recipe on this short the other day and I said, I'm going to try that version. I really liked it. I liked how the salmon had turned out really crispy. And I'm going to put the link to that video in the comments so that way you guys can check it out for yourself because he used slightly different ingredients than what I use in mine. But what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and process all of these vegetables so I can get that out the way. I'm also having some fried potatoes and some pork and beans because I love the combination with salmon. That's what I grew up on, so that's what we're having tonight. I'm going to cut up some dill because I like dill in my salmon. And then cut up a little bit of chive for some garnish because y'all know I like to put some green on my food. So we are going to be using Fleming's pink salmon. I've got some garlic powder, onion powder, Old Bay, and some accent. And we're going to toss it all in one bowl. I think, what is it called? A dump and go. Throw an egg in for a little binding power. And here go all of my seasonings. And not pictured, but absolutely used, is also some salt and pepper. Right, so next I'm tossing in my onion and my dill. And then this is where the recipe differs a little bit for me. Instead of using breadcrumbs or using crushed up saltines like I normally do, so that I can kind of make it thick and make some patties out of it to fry, this time around, I'm following the recipe that I saw on that short that I looked at, and I'm going to be throwing in a half a cup of self-rising flour. Mix that all up. And then next, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Y'all, I had to step out on faith on this one because I was like, white vinegar in my salmon mix? But I was going to trust the process. So, like I said before, when I normally make salmon, I make patties so that I can fry. But as you can see, this is more of like a batter. So, I had to kind of slow roll this one. On this one, we're going to fry it in some oil, but it's going to be just some shallow oil. And we're not going to have the heat on very high. We're going to fry it like at a medium so we can get that nice crispiness and that golden brown color that I'm looking for. So, per his video and instructions, I put just a little dollop in so I could test it and wait for that grease to get hot enough to where it just started to bubble like you see it is now. And that means that it's ready. So we'll throw that batter on into the grease and kind of shape it as it's in the grease into little circles, like so. And I have to tell you, I love the color on these bad boys. As you can see, The chef was right. They were very easy to shape. Just kind of toss some of that grease on top before you flip them. And here is where I made my mistake with my potatoes. I tossed the potatoes in the grease, but I forgot that I had my onions and my potatoes in that same pan, and I should have just taken them out instead of tossing them, because my onions now are going to be cooking faster than my potatoes. And that means that my onions are going to burn, not caramelize. Them bad boys are going to be black, as you can see. But they don't taste bad. Just know if you fry some potatoes, put those onions in last. But look at those patties. Weren't they beautiful? And even though my onions burnt, those potatoes were still good. And of course, pork and beans. I put a little ketchup and sugar in mine. You don't have to. That's just what I do. And I love that pork and bean juice over my salmon patty. Lord have mercy.